It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. To throw, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Wentz slings this deep from McConnell. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught by Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go, let's go.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open is Robinson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Yes. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a play fake. Wentz lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 87 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing deep for Galladay. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for the Giants. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll set up a throw. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 21-0 our score after 1. Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. From the gun, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Snell. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Slings this deep from McConnell. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard there to make the grab. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 85 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Wentz going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Hands it off out of the gun.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw.
He's got it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Good job over there, baby.
Kenny Galladay.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
Come on, watch 10.
Now Wentz. He dumps it off to Barkley. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes, finding him on.
And shutting him off, now open field. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Keep working.
A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Finding some room at midfield. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Wentz. Flushed out right. Then he finds Gronk. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Wentz now on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Washington on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, Wentz. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And to give this time to the tailback. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big play that time on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. One final try now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.